Payroll might not be the most glamorous topic, but it is a large part of your business if you have employees. If you don't have any employees yet, understanding how to add payroll to your business will be extremely important. When you have employees, you need to create a process of paying your employees, ensuring that they receive their money on time, and that you, as the employer, follow through with and fulfill all of your obligations. In today's podcast episode, I walk you through some of the most important aspects of processing payroll for your business. You need to understand these topics, whether you're going to process your own payroll or if you're going to outsource your payroll and hire someone to do your payroll for you. Whether you're starting a business or side hustle, you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, freelancer, business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant. There's a lot to know about payroll, but once you have a general understanding, it is pretty simple to understand. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. Understanding payroll doesn't have to be complicated, but I do want you to realize that payroll is totally different from other aspects of the bookkeeping that you do for your business. When you add an employee to your business and start paying them, you need to have a good understanding of how payroll works within your business. Knowing the responsibilities that payroll brings to your business is an essential part of being a business owner, because no matter how you have your payroll processed, you, as the business owner, are ultimately responsible for your payroll obligations. Let's begin with what you need to do when you're ready to hire your first employee. You need to make sure that you have your federal and state ID numbers set up, and you'll need to get the proper information from your employee. You'll have your employee fill out a W-4 form and an I-9 form to get this relevant information and ensure that they're eligible to work for you. These forms will dictate how much you should be withholding for payroll taxes as well. You may have other state and local requirements that need to be met, so make sure that you check with your state for any additional requirements. Make sure that you're up to date on any minimum wage and overtime regulations by checking into the Fair Labor Standards Act and setting up your rate of pay for your employees, as well as any benefits that you might be offering to them. Before you start paying your employees, you need to set up a pay schedule. Will you be paying your employees on a weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly basis? Once you have this established, you'll follow this schedule so that your employees are paid on a timely basis. You'll start by calculating your employees' gross payroll. This is done by taking the number of hours that they've worked and multiplying these hours by their hourly rate. When you calculate your employees' net pay, you'll start with their gross pay, and then you'll take into consideration any federal, state, and local payroll taxes that need to be deducted. You'll also deduct Social Security and Medicare taxes. These Social Security and Medicare taxes will be paid by both your employee and you as the employer. If you have any additional deductions, you'll take these into consideration as well when calculating your employee's net pay. If you're an accountant or high-stress professional, you want to start enjoying your life more, both at work and at home. You've likely built a successful career, but at what cost? The problem is, you're so buried in deadlines and to-do lists that there's no time or energy left for the things that really matter. You're great at managing clients, deadlines, and numbers, but your own stress, time, and well-being, well, they always seem to come last. The constant pressure leads to burnout, guilt, and feeling like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. I see this all the time. As a CPA with over 20 years of experience and a certified coach, I've helped high-achieving professionals, just like you, go from stress and burnout to a more integrated and balanced lifestyle using the reinvention process. This process helps you reduce stress, reclaim your time, and finally build a healthier, happier, and more balanced lifestyle without sacrificing your success. The truth is, stress doesn't go away on its own, and eventually the cost isn't just exhaustion, it's your health, your relationships, and your love for the work you once enjoyed. If you're ready to build a life that you don't need a vacation from, it's easy to get started. First, schedule your complimentary stress audit and clarity session, where in just one session, I'll help you pinpoint what's really draining your time and energy. Create a personalized action plan to help you simplify your life, reclaim your time, and increase your productivity so that you start living with more energy, focus, and freedom. You don't have to keep doing this alone. I can help you customize a plan to stop the overwhelm and start enjoying your life again. Go to financialadventure.com, click on the Work With Me button, and book your free session today. Let this be the moment that you stop just surviving and start living with more control and finally enjoy a more integrated and balanced lifestyle again. In the meantime, check out all the other resources and solutions on my website that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can stop being stressed out and feeling like you're never doing enough, and instead breathe a sigh of relief at the end of the day knowing you've accomplished enough and can enjoy your life more. Now that you've deducted your payroll taxes from your employee's paycheck, you'll need to make sure that you're remitting these taxes on time. Payroll taxes are what most business owners struggle with. Any payroll taxes that you withhold from your employees will need to be paid to the appropriate agency and will need to be paid on time to eliminate any penalties. There are specific due dates that you need to follow when you're paying your payroll taxes, and they're based on the total payroll taxes that you need to pay. Not only will you remit the payroll taxes that are withheld from your employees' paychecks, but you'll also need to remit your employer's portion of the Social Security and Medicare taxes as well. Both the employer's taxes and the employee's taxes will need to be paid according to your payroll tax deposit schedule. You as a business owner will have your employer's portion of the Social Security and Medicare payroll taxes that are accumulated with each payroll you process. Additional employer taxes also include federal and state unemployment taxes as well. These taxes are collected to fund unemployment insurance and are based on your employee's gross payroll. These additional employer payroll taxes are generally due at the end of each quarter and may have reporting requirements depending on your state. At the end of each quarter, you'll be required to file the necessary quarterly reports needed for your business. The Federal 941 form reconciles the amount of Social Security and Medicare and other taxes paid with the total tax due. You'll more than likely need to file a similar report with your state for any state and/or local income taxes withheld as well. These reports will let you know if you under or overpaid any of your payroll taxes. At the end of each year, you are required to file an annual federal 940 report, which reconciles your federal unemployment tax paid with the total tax that's due. You'll likely have a state report that will reconcile your yearly state and local income taxes. You'll also need to issue a W-2 for each employee, which will show how much you paid your employee, as well as how much was withheld from their paychecks for taxes and any other deductions. These W-2 forms will be sent to the Social Security Administration, your state, and your employees. All of your payroll reporting is done on a calendar year basis, and everything is reset at the beginning of the next year. Adding payroll to your business is a big responsibility, and you want to make sure that you're doing it right. If you're thinking that you need additional help with your payroll processing, make sure that you get the help that you need. Most business owners do not process payroll entirely on their own. They utilize a payroll solution to help keep them in compliance, ensure that their payroll is calculated correctly, and that their employees and taxes are paid on time. Another benefit of using a payroll solution is offering direct deposit to your employees. Most employees utilize this option, and some may even ask for you to provide it to them as an additional benefit. Understanding how payroll works in your business isn't just about meeting legal requirements. It's also about taking care of your employees. If you're unable to do this, you'll find that your employee morale may plummet, and they may leave you for a more reliable employer. When you understand how your payroll works, as well as the liabilities that it creates in your business, you won't find yourself struggling with cash flow issues. By having a consistent payroll schedule and knowing when and how much you need to pay for your payroll liabilities, you'll be able to forecast your expenses and improve your financial stability. Payroll can be stressful for business owners, but it's my goal to help you eliminate stress whenever possible so that you can continue to enjoy doing what you love most in your business. If you need help with getting a better understanding of how payroll is impacting your business, or if you're unsure of what you need to do next in your business regarding payroll or other areas that are causing you stress and overwhelm, I'm here to help. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.